Welcome to More Than Just a Veteran podcast. Don't forget to like the page.
Hey everyone, good afternoon. We are finally here live from Mother's Restaurant, New Orleans. So we're going to start our live. First, we're going to start with Charles. Tell me who you are and what your position is here.
My name is Charles Piso, and I do the cultivation of the union of Mother's Restaurant, and I have been associated with Mother since about 1986. That's amazing. A lot of people here have been here for decades. We just have maybe family and bond.
Yeah, I noticed that we've been to the club. So, as you know, I've been talking on our socials about we're going to be highlighting them on our podcast to come in December. But today, we're just going to give you a little snippet about the history of Mother's Restaurant. And folks, you are in for a treat with all of the pictures that are in this restaurant. So, as soon as we spend some time together, I'm going to pick up the camera and we're going to walk around the restaurant. And I may stand still for a little bit. That's so you can see the pictures, because if we move too fast, you won't be able to see the pictures. Okay? So share with the world what you would like to share.
We have a ton of memorabilia, and the reason we have a ton of memorabilia here is in military tradition. Opened in 1940, the sign was funded by a Chinese and married Landry, who had several children, and they served as Marines. They were and so the children after the war, some of them came to work here. And two particular things, I like that, they will invite all of them bones and the brass to come in and eat. So it's very hungry to see the photos. We have served many generals and colonels and president people.
I mean, we're proud of that tradition. And in fact, in later years, the restaurant was named a military TUN Tavern for the U.S. Marine Corps, which meant that it was a meeting place for Marines. Now, I can tell you in practicality what actually happened is they would close, in those days, they closed at 3 p.m., and all the Marines would come in and they would sit around and drink beer, you know. But that tradition passed on to the new owners in 1986, Johnny and Jerry Amato, and Mr. Jerry was made an honorary sergeant major so that mothers could continue the tradition.
Tell us, Charles, how did you get to Mother's Restaurant?
Well, thank you again for taking an interest in Mother's Restaurant. We appreciate your support. I used to work with Mr. Jerry, who was the co-owner and chef until he passed at another property. And I came over here with him when he bought the restaurant. And I had been associated with Mother's on and off since 1986. And I say on and off because there were years when they needed promotion, and then there was at a point where they started to get popular and get busy. They didn't really need any support, and I would drift off to other projects, and then they would call me as they needed something and call me if they needed something. And that continued for decades, really. I would always come back. And then at the time of the BP oil spill, which polluted a lot of the Gulf with oil, the Gulf of Mexico, they asked me to come back again to get involved. And so I started off then. And then one day I walked in here and Mr. Jerry said, "Charles, what is the Facebook?" And I said, "What?" And he said, "What is the Facebook? All of our customers are asking if Mother's is on the Facebook." So the rest is history. I've been back since then.
Wow.
That's been over 10 years.
Wonderful. We got to hear the story of the history, and also the website has awesome material too. Tell me about some of your highlighted memories.
Well, I think it's one of the keys to understanding Mother's is to understand that the founders, Simon and Mary Landry, who opened the restaurant in 1938, had many children, and their children were all service members during World War II. And so that sort of automatically made Mother a military-oriented restaurant because they were veterans, and they did need to entertain the brass and their military friends and other people that were passing through New Orleans. And so they fed them, which is a great way to spread fellowship. And then people would, over time, give us photos and things, from their visits. And I have to laugh because it sounds all so serious, but like I told you earlier, what they really did was they would close the doors, walk up, and sit around and drink beer. And you might say BS, if you know what I'm talking about. And they were characters, okay? There's a bell behind the line that's still up on the wall, and whenever somebody would do something silly or stupid or make a mistake or drop a plate, they would ring the bell. They used to, they were military guys. They were blue collar guys from World War II era. They would have employees, et cetera, that were coming in and out, and they knew they would send them on a delivery, and then they would wait for them on the balcony with a bucket of water. And they would come back to the restaurant. They would pour a bucket of water on their head, or sometimes they would send flowers to some of them to taunt them and tell them it was from a secret admirer. When the Clydesdales horses came to town for Mardi Gras with the Budweiser, the beer distributor brought the Clydesdale horses over to the restaurant, and we have a photo of the Clydesdale horses standing in the doorway, and they were feeding it carrots. So we've heard a lot of shenanigans over the years. I think they were very, very playful. Well, of course, they were respectful of their military tradition, but yet they were pranksters. There's no doubt about it. So, in addition to having an established military tradition, as I was saying, they were also pranksters. They would just hang out and play, and they would feed all the brass that came through New Orleans, hence all the photos that are on the wall, and introduce them to the po' boy, just as you did to your audience.
Right. Wow. Well, guys, we can't tell you what this in-person experience is like here in the restaurant. You can tell the family legacy is really strong here. And of course, it makes sense to me why you're so popular after being here and the energy of the restaurant. Like I said earlier, guys, when I was coming in, there was a line around the corner. There's still a line and not a ton of seating for a restaurant, but that's okay. All right. It gives the family feel.
I got to tell you that Mother's is just a casual place.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a place where people come to eat, not to dine.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and we serve large portions of basically red meat American food that people
Yeah.
like, and it has its roots deep back, you know, into the decades of a half century ago. You know,
Yeah.
we like to say that we're the taste of tradition.
Exactly. Now, on the website, if you check out mothersrestaurant.net, there's a lot of options for catering. So if you're in the area, you need to be throwing a party in this area.
Well, we have
The
a party
Mothers,
tonight, in fact, right here where we're broadcasting from. So
yeah, right back here.
it's going to be a
This is, I
rehearsal
mean,
dinner tonight.
the historical brick and the building. Now, real quick, because I just want to clarify, building itself.
No, that might be a reference. I'll have to go back and check and see what that says. It should.
Okay.
It might mean a reference to the TUN Tavern, which
Okay.
celebrates the birthplace of the Marine Corps in
Oh, okay.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Very cool.
and just a reminder that today is the birthday, the 248th birthday
Yep. Hoorah.
of the Marine Corps.
Absolutely.
You know? And so we say Semper Fi to all of our veterans out there.
Absolutely.
We're very proud of you and thank you for your service.
Absolutely, absolutely. In the description on the YouTube link, you'll see the info for how to find Mother's Restaurant. When you're in town, you got to stop by. It's amazing and economically friendly. The prices are amazing here. So
We try our best.
yeah,
The most important thing is today on the birthday of the U.S. Marine Corps and tomorrow on the official Veterans Day, we're proud to be we're proud to be with you today, Kat.
oh, I'm so honored to be here. I can't tell you. It's just been amazing. So
Yeah.
we're gonna stick around. We're gonna show you the slideshow of the rest of the pictures that we have, and don't forget to like Mother's Restaurant on all the socials. Let them know that Kat sent you.
That'll help my numbers. So thank
Yeah.
you for that. Thanks, Kat.
There's your plug.
Yeah.
And notice, never forget, the freedom is not free. All right. Tell us your name and what you do here for us.
Marvin Gash is my name, and I'm the general manager.
Okay. How did you come to work here at Mother's?
Oh goodness, I've been here over 20 years. I met the owner through chef I was working with, and he was twisting my arm to come work for him, and begged and pleaded me, and finally one day called me and said, "What's it going to take to get you here?" And so came to an agreement, and I've been in with him for forever.
Awesome.
He made me feel like part of his family. I mean, he really did take good care of me. You know, his quality of way he prepared his food. You know, he really had a deep care for the employees and everybody that worked there.
So can you tell us just one maybe fun? I know there's probably a ton, but
I'm
a
sorry?
fun memory.
Fun memory, probably meeting some of the stars that have come in, but meeting after Katrina, meeting the people that came in, all the military people, that was just exciting.
Yeah. Wow.
More Than Just a Veteran is currently seeking heroic veteran stories to share. Like us on Facebook and Instagram at More Than Just a Veteran. God bless you all, and let us never forget that freedom is not free. This podcast is dedicated to the beloved CW03 Lionel W. Lanou, laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery, Arlington, Virginia.